This evening, Bethel Manor Elementary School, they're going to be our presenters this evening. So they began the Career Café program as an opportunity for students to meet various members of the community and learn about their career journeys in a small group setting. To share more about the program and introduce the presenters is, I don't know whether to call him doctor or chef tonight, but Dr. David Wrights, Bethel Manor Elementary Principal. Dr. Wrights.
Good evening, Chairman Richardson, Vice Chairman George, board members, and Dr. Shandor. This evening, you have a reservation at the Bethel Manor Career Café. And we hope your dining experience leaves you with a better understanding of how we use career cafes to supplement the YCSD College and Career Readiness curriculum while providing many menu options for students to explore future opportunities. If you take a look at the menu you've been provided, you can follow along with our slides. Career Café is an opportunity for students to meet various members of our community and learn about their career journeys. Our goal is to include speakers from all 16 career clusters as listed under your appetizers section of your menu, because this is where we begin to develop our Career Café. Mrs. Carducci, our fabulous guidance counselor, is going to share with you a little bit more about how the program is set up at Bethel Manor and the benefits to this program.
Thank you. Good evening, board members, Dr. Shandor. Many of you may remember participating in a career fair at some point, whether as a parent, a student, an educator, or a presenter. A cafeteria full of community members with booths out and stops for a minute or two at every one. We wanted to take this idea of career exploration and make it more purposeful and personal in the way that we use a career cafe. Students are invited to Career Café based on their career interests and attend during their lunch block in a small group setting. Because of the small group size, students are able to ask more questions and have a more hands-on experience while providing student choice of careers that interest them. So we have today a few previous fifth graders from Bethel Manor who wanted to come and share their personal experiences of career cafes last year. So first we have Jimmy Mullins.
What I liked about Career Café was choosing the job that I wanted to learn more about. I chose to learn about the sheriff deputies. We had lunch with them, and they showed us their taser. That was my favorite part. We also learned about the other gadgets that they use. Something I learned that I didn't know was that they don't just handle human conflicts, but they also handle wild animals. I really enjoyed Career Café and learning about the sheriff deputies.
Great job, thank you. And next we have Eli Mullins. Come on up.
What I liked about Career Café was seeing all the different jobs and possible jobs I could do when I grow up. It was easy to choose from the list, and the career I chose was the sheriff's deputy. My favorite part about hanging out with them was when they showed us their different gadgets that they use. My favorite gadget was the taser. They told us about different training they have to do to become a sheriff deputy, and about the different things they do on occasions. I didn't know that the deputies have to do special training with the weapons. I enjoyed learning about the sheriff deputy's job in Career Café. It was exciting and interesting.
Excellent job, thank you. And now we have Cecile Boucher.
At Career Café, I was able to choose from many presentations, and I picked Mr. Minnie's because it sounded interesting and reminded me a lot of my dad. I like that Mr. Minnie passed around objects and tools from his jobs, like welding gloves, his helmet, and a piece of equipment that he said was a little piece of a big machine. Mr. Minnie explained to us how the materials were used and how they were important in the welding process. It was also a small group, so all of us were able to have enough time to look at everything he passed around. He asked a lot of questions that led to the next topic in his presentations. We also played a game related to the job. For the game, he gave us a paper with the American flag, and we had to color it with both hands in less than 2 minutes. It was hard to use both hands at the same time, but I enjoyed the whole presentation, including the game. My recommendations for students that go to the future Career Cafés is to pick something that makes you curious. My advice for the presenters is that if you have objects and materials to show that we can see and touch, in my experience, that is so much better. Also, to present something that you are passionate about. There may be many of us who will be amazed about your job and will want to do it in the future.
Outstanding.
Great job, students. Thank you very much. So Cecile talked to you about Mr. Minnie, and he's actually here this evening, and he's going to talk to you about his experiences coming to our Career Cafe at Bethel Manor. Mr. Minnie.
Good evening. As stated, my Career Cafe was about welding and the expanding job opportunities in the welding field. Some of the key points that I spoke on were how welding impacts many different products, from submarines to space shuttles to energy and infrastructure. I brought some of the tools of the trade and safety equipment for the students to interact with. I also talked briefly about the apprentice school and the unique opportunity it provides. I shared about my new position in the shipyard as a quality analyst. At the end of the activity, where students learned about procedures and where they were asked to complete an activity with the guidelines I provided. I had them color the American flag, and they were only allowed to use the red crayon in their right hand and the blue crayon in their left hand, and they couldn't put the crayons down at any time. With so many future positions in the trades, it was great to be able to share with the students about a career opportunity they may not know about. It was exciting to share with the students what I do, and I encourage others to get involved and share their passions with future generations.
Thank you, Mr. Minnie. So as you can see, the program provides career awareness and exploration opportunities for our students, as stated in the YCSD Strategic Plan Goal Number 2. As we prepare for career awareness opportunities this year, we would like to invite other community members to partner with YCSD through our Engaged in Career Connections. For more information, please visit yorkcountyschools.org/engagedin. Now, if you will please flip your menus over, I will leave you with this. Don't ask students what they want to be when they grow up, but what problems they want to solve. This changes the conversation from who do I want to work for to what do I need to learn to be able to do that. Thank you.
Well, thank you for that presentation. That's just an excellent way to enhance our strategic goals that we're trying to solve and expose our students to different careers, especially at an early age, so they can explore a lot more before they have to make some decisions later on in their schooling. So great job, great job.
Very unique concept with the cafe, very much so. I don't know, do we keep these or we give them back to you?
They are yours to keep.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Thank you again, great job.